Welcome to the 2.5 Citizens podcast. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Like video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like we straight. We out here.
All right. Chill.
We really out here. So let's kind of get right into a few things, to be honest. Now,
I'm back.
You're back. When did you get back?
We got back. Can't be saying I got back. We got back.
Okay. This is about you right now. You already did the thing for her.
On Thursday. We got back Thursday at like 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, we landed at
Houston time?
Yeah, Houston time.
You landed up in Hobby or what?
Hell no. No, Bush.
Because according to Travis Scott, you don't see the city unless you land in Hobby. That's what he said.
That's the crappy airport. Oh, you know what he's referring to? I know what he's referring to.
What's he referring to?
All right, so there's Hobby, but then there's like the private planes that like bougie people take. Like this is whole separate ass airport that we don't know about because we ain't in that tax bracket.
Oh shit! Okay.
There's this little ass airport strictly for like jets or like, you know, like
so
that.
You think that's where he'd be landing?
Yeah, because it's like Hobby's right here, and then that little ass airport is like off to the side.
Now, is that one closer to the city? I feel like which one's the one that's out like north side, like by the Woodlands, Hot Spring area.
I don't know that one.
Which area is Bush at? I be forgetting. I'm going planes enough.
So George Bush is like by Greens Point.
Okay, that's north.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one I'm talking about. So Hobby is like on the south side.
Yeah.
So that's why I think, you don't really see the city unless you come in a Hobby. You ain't seeing the city. You ain't pulling up to the city.
Well, I'm telling you, it's probably because
of those private planes.
Those private planes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've flown out of Hobby too either. I think I'm on Bush. You know what I'm saying? That's where, we're safer.
Yeah, no, facts. So that's where we landed.
So 8 a.m. Yeah. 8 p.m. Sorry.
8 p.m.
On a Thursday.
You
back in town. You back in the city.
Yeah.
So you went out to, you can say it because I'm not going to say it.
Puerto Rico.
So you went out there.
Mi gente.
There ain't even your people, dog.
Nah, bro, mi gente.
All right.
Bro, I love Boricuas.
Dog. It just sounds like
y'all.
when I say Latinx.
All right. I love y'all. They know I love them.
Do they?
Yeah, they do, bro.
All right. So
let me explain.
What happened out there?
Let me explain. All right. So like.
You came back different.
Yeah. Bro, I got a shirt too. I almost wore the shirt with the hat, but then I was like, that's too much.
Yeah, you came back different, dog. The fact that you're wearing the Puerto Rico shirt, the Puerto Rico hat, and it's not just a Puerto Rico hat like you would get at like the gas station. It's an Under Armour Puerto Rico hat.
Yeah, this is legit.
Which I'm like, you spent real money on this souvenir. You didn't go to like where the cheap gas station at.
No, so like this,
I got a New York City Five Below beanie.
Yeah. So like, all right, let me explain. So the reason, so this is why I say I like, bro. One, the island is amazing. Mofongo is amazing.
That sounded more disrespectful what you just said.
Mofongo, bro, that's food.
Okay. All
right, I'll explain all that later. But the people, mi gente, I love y'all. Literally some of the sweetest people I've ever met. From the get go, like from the jump, like they were super nice. Like Elvira and I land in San Juan, and then we call an Uber to take us to our resort.
They got Ubers down there?
Yeah, they got Uber. Bro, it's the States.
I don't know. I'm just checking.
Last
time Trump was down there, he was just like throwing toilet paper out there, so I don't know what the fuck going on.
Yeah, that's like, damn, really?
When the hurricane or whatever the fuck hit,
oh, yeah.
He was going on like if he was like doing like the t-shirts at a fucking arena, just throwing toilet paper.
That's fucked. That really hurt the city. The
island, the economy.
Yeah, it was fucked. Like you talk to anyone, like all our Ubers pretty much told us about the hurricane. Like it hurt them that much. But it's crazy because like the island, like if you look at all like all the trees and stuff, all the palm trees and everything, does not look like the hurricane went through. If you look at some of the buildings, yeah, but if you look at like the island itself, like nature wise, it
got rinsed.
Yeah. So so like the Uber picks us up, takes us to our resort, which we didn't know was far as heck away from everything, bro.
Really?
Yes, bro. Like it was so far from everything. And then we get there and we booked this trip through like a third party site.
Oh.
And then, yeah, no, bro. So then
Every time you be booking third party, dog, you be having some third party experiences. Go ahead.
But so we get to the gate, and because of COVID, bro, they take COVID serious out there. I like that.
Do you though?
Yeah,
like,
I did.
How serious? Are we talking like 2-week quarantine once you pull up?
No. Serious. Like you can't go into this restaurant unless you show me your Vax card.
You took your Vax card with you?
I took a picture of it, but yeah, I took it with me too.
Okay, and they were chill with the picture?
Yeah, they were chill with the picture.
I mean, it could have been altered. I'm just saying.
I mean, I just scanned it on my phone.
All right. I'm just trying to think of like, I don't know what, like, with the Vax card stuff, I literally got a card with a sticker on there and then wrote my name on it.
Yeah.
So like, how is this in a database? Or like, how is
No,
this?
it really isn't a database because so my original Vax card, I destroyed it. I washed it by accident in my pants. So I called, dude. It was a whole thing. Like Avara was almost about to kill me. She was like, "How the hell are we supposed to travel now?
Yeah,
like, what the hell?"
You too.
And then,
because like now, right now, like the card is all that matters. They don't care if can't be like, "Yo, can you just check? I got the microchip. Like, just check the chip. Check me."
And then like, so I called like Harris Health Department or whoever, like Harris County, whoever was on the number. I called them, and they had me in the system. Like they gave me a new one like the next day.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we get there and they're like, "Nah, we don't see y'all's reservation." Blah 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 blah. And then the Uber like got mad for us. Like she was like, "This is ridiculous. Like how could y'all do this to them? Like clearly they have a reservation. Like they just flew out here from Houston." Like and then she was like, "I'm not leaving y'all."
Oh, all right.
She was like, "I'm not leaving y'all until y'all go in."
You got the Boricua Karen out there.
Yeah, bro. No, bro. Like she was caring about us. Like she was like
she was caring about y'all. I feel that.
Yeah. And then like, cause yeah, bro. Like any other Uber would have just been like, "Oh, that sucks." Real talk. All right. Well, I gotta keep going. So like, bye.
Yeah.
You know. But nah, like she was cool. And then they figured it out. They figured out our whole situation.
It was just hidden somewhere, or what happened?
No. So like the third party site like wrote our names like together, like so like like they wrote like first name, last name, like as in one.
So
y'all
y'all really an us at that point.
Yeah, it was like weird. And then when they figured it out, they're like, "Oh, okay, cool." So then they let us in, and it was cool. And then, bro, like I was telling you, like all the resort people, and like we've been in customer service, so you know that fake voice and like that fake attitude you give to like people when you work in customer service. So like we would get that at first.
Like some of I gave like the fake voice to some of your wedding guests, like when I was just passing through.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, hi. Yeah. So and then like, but then we would speak Spanish to them, and then they would see that it wasn't like a fake like white people trying to speak Spanish, and they'd be like, "Oh, like where you guys from?" And then we'd be like, "Well, originally we're from Mexico, but we like live in the States." And then they're like, "Oh, no way! Like what part of Mexico?"
Y'all just flexing y'all's Mexicanness a little.
Well,
bit.
here's the thing: like you got to be like, "Nah, brown power." Like we're Latinos. Like
yeah, like we just ran away from it.
But it was like it was cool because even though like I was talking to Elvira about this, even though like we are not the same type of Latino, like there was still that connection, and people were still like super sweet and like cool with you. So like once they figured that out, they'd be like, "Oh, like what are you guys here for?" And then it'd be like, "Oh, it's our honeymoon." They'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome." And they'd be like, "You guys got to go here. And they'd tell us about like all these cool places to go. And like people would get invested. Like the lady we rented a car from, when we returned it, she was like, "How was it? Like how was everything? Like did you guys go to the restaurant I told you all about? Like blah blah blah." Like it was cool. And then second day we went ziplining in the mountains, and that was sick. We went to this place.
Scary.
We went to this place called Toro Verde, and first of all, driving in Puerto Rico is like driving in Mexico is hectic. Like also for some reason their stoplights go out. I don't know because like
residual hurricane water in the hose.
No. So like another Uber driver, the one that took us to Toro Verde, he told us how like basically there was an ERCOT essentially, but the Puerto Rican version.
Okay.
And they changed companies to another company that was brand new. He said it like he was like, yeah, you could basically see the corruption there because this company was not reputable. So that the light goes out a lot. Like the stoplights go out, like they lose power.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mad wild.
That's wild.
And then here, if that happens, what do? You treat it like a stop sign.
Yeah.
Well, over there it's a green light.
What?
Yeah. And you just go when you can. If it's out, it's green. And you go when you can.
If it's out, it's green, and you go at your own discretion. All right. Yeah, nah. Over here, like, the light goes out, and, like, my mom calling.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a hotline until my mom found, like, there's a hotline you call when the lights are out.
That's crazy.
Did you know about that?
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
See, that's like my mom would be trying to get us to school. Especially, like, when she was trying to get Roman to school.
Yeah.
She'd be like, this is just ridiculous. I'm calling the hotline.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. That's crazy. But anyway.
I'm like, wait, what? Because for me, I assumed if it's out, someone knows.
Yeah. You're like, oh, the city already knows. Like, they're going to bring somebody out here.
Yeah, but I don't think that's always the case.
No. Okay. Cool.
So
interesting.
Unless there's, people like my mom out here calling the hotline.
Yo, shouts out.
And she'll like call to be like, hey, I got kids to get to school.
Yo, shouts out. From day one, shouts out.
So,
dude. But anyway, so we got up to that mountain, and then driving there it's a one-way street going up this crazy, sketchy ass mountain, and there's cars coming at you. And then so like our Uber told us, he's like, hey, like I want y'all to know, like I'll take y'all here, but like there's no Ubers up there because of how sketchy it is to get there. So he was like, I mean, like y'all are gonna basically have to walk down, or he's like, but he was cool. He was like, I mean, like really, like if y'all tip me, like I'll wait for y'all. He's like, I've done it for other people. Like it's not that big of a deal. Like just tip me and I'll wait for y'all. And we did, and he waited.
That worked, because fuck.
Yeah.
That would have been a sketchy walk down.
Yeah, no, dude, there's no way we could have done it. It was like, there was no way.
Like, you would have had to carry a ladder down? It would have been a...
No, I don't know. We would have had to, like, hitchhike or something, bro. Like, it was just too long. Like, yeah.
Damn, that's wild. Well, that's cool that, like, so what was up there? What was at that mountain? That's the ziplining shit?
Yeah, that was the ziplining. You would literally cross mountains on the zipline. It was awesome. I loved it, bro.
Was it freaked out? I mean, was it freaky because, like... I don't be dealing with heights like that.
No, man. Like, so
do you be dealing with heights like that?
Yeah,
that's the thing. Okay.
Yeah,
which is weird. I never would have thought of you as like a heights person.
So like, I used to be terrified of heights. Like, I feel like I would get like vertigo and stuff. And then like, I think it happened when I started skating. Like, I was just kind of like, all right, like kind of conquering the fear, and then got like that like adrenaline junkie thing.
Yeah.
And then there's certain things that I still won't do because I get motion sick really badly.
So like skydiving, would you do that?
No, because I'm probably gonna get like motion sick. I don't like the feeling of falling. Like, I like rock climbing. Coming down a rock wall, funnest thing on earth, bro.
I mean, because don't you just let go?
Yeah. And then you just feel like you're James Bond. Like, yeah.
And then, all right, so that's cool. So you did the...
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Like, I just like that you went out to an island and did like the traditional ziplining thing.
Yeah, it was sick. And then we went to San Juan. Same Uber took us to San Juan. We ate at this restaurant he told us about. It was sick. So this is what mofongo is. It's basically you fry plantains and then you mash them up like mashed potatoes, and then you put shrimp. You can put, carne frita. You could put, like meat in it, like other kinds of meats. It's like delicious. Mind you, I am allergic to bananas. Not as allergic to plantains. But I took the L anyway. It's that good, bro. I took the L.
Okay, I get you.
It would tear me up.
How are you, for someone who came from Mexico, and
am I allergic to bananas?
How are you so allergic to shit?
I don't know.
Like, I thought that was a white thing.
Nah, it comes from my dad, bro. Like, my dad is like super allergic to things.
Y'all soft, dog.
I told you I live in the city out there, bro.
Man, y'all
like the city I live in.
The fact that they cry, or like no wonder, like you probably could have sought asylum for allergies from out there. To be honest, just been like, yo, what's going on? Like the cartel after you. No, I got allergies, and they don't care over there.
Bro, like the city I lived in and that my family's from, it looks like a city in the States. Like, it looks like you're here. But that's one thing I did hate about the resort. The Windham Resort in Rio Grande, bro. Y'all are messing up because they know their clientele. They know it was old white folk out there that are just gonna go there to play golf and like chill at the pool and at the beach. This resort literally is playing country music, serves hamburgers, pizza, Mexican food, like nachos and shit. Because when you're white, you don't know the difference.
Yeah, you just think it's all
the same.
It's all the same.
It's Mexican food. Yeah. So we were there and we were like talking to like the workers and we were like, what the hell is this? Like, this is crazy. Like, why don't they playing like, there's no salsa classes here. There's no like, we did a yoga class out there at the resort. It was cool.
Was there goats?
No, there's no goats.
Okay.
And then, one of the bartenders, he's like, yeah, man, I hate this shit. He's like, I get like a headache from just listening to like English music. He was like, this isn't actual Puerto Rico, but he's like, but I guess that's like what people like. And I'm like, I mean, we kind of hate it though, because like we came to Puerto Rico to have the Puerto Rican experience. Yeah. And it's like we're in Florida. Bro, I was talking to Ruben not that long ago. I was telling him a story and he goes, yeah, no, I heard the podcast. And I was like, really?
Sometimes like that happened to me when Hunter was talking about our bachelor party recap episode.
Yeah, it was that same one. He
was like saying this and this and that, and he was like, yo, I was listening to it with my wife and I was like reminiscing like on all the stuff. I was like, yo, because like I was able to really recap to you what happened when I think there were certain things you were like, wait, that happened?
Yeah. Yo, I did that. Oh no. Bro, but the same menace is out here that was in that bachelor party, 2 Chainz Pablo.
Oh my God. I get stressed out with 2 Chainz Pablo.
Bro, tell me what at the airport at Puerto Rico, the dude played me. Like, you know, when you go through, like, when you get checked and all that, he goes, he looks at me, he's like, traes chains. And I was like, yeah, I got 2. And he's like, let me see him. And then I pulled him out, and then he's like, oh, those are little, it's okay. And I was like, yo!
Oh, those are baby chains. All right.
Yeah.
So quickly, let's breeze over the wedding itself. The wedding itself was it was a vibe.
It was a vibe.
I wasn't sweating as bad as I thought I was gonna be.
I told you, bro. No, I was scared. That rehearsal had me scared. That rehearsal
had me scared. Speaking of, did I leave my sunglasses in your car?
I have no idea. We'll see.
Because I lost them all at the rehearsal.
Everyone left everything everywhere.
I lost them at the rehearsal. I ain't seen them since.
Hunter left his...
I know he left his whole suit bag in your car.
Yeah, he did. Dipped. Yeah.
So you rented 2 different cars, right?
Yeah, I've never rented these many cars in my life.
All right.
I rented the Mustang for...
So how was that? How was driving away in the Mustang drop-topped?
Sick as fuck. Like it was so sick. It felt like a movie. I felt like I felt like James Bond because I'm in a tux. You know, I got wifey with me. Like I got the baddest bee with me next to me in like the sick ass sports car. I literally felt like James Bond.
So that was only from there to the airport, right?
No, so we took the car to our hotel where we stayed the night. Okay. Literally only slept like 3 hours because then we had our flight at like 7.
Okay, and then it's from there to the...
Yeah, then we dropped it off at the airport and we left.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that way you don't have to worry about your car being parked there.
Exactly. Yeah,
for like
multiple
days and shit.
Right.
Got you. So then, what'd you rent when you were out in Puerto Rico?
So we were supposed to get like this like crappy ass Toyota Corolla, but the lady goes like...
Don't you have a Toyota Corolla? Why are you talking shit on Toyota Corollas?
Wait till I tell you what we got. Bro, I've been acting different. I've been renting nice cars. So the lady goes, hey, like, y'all told me it was y'all's honeymoon, so I like really wanted to hook y'all up. So like for the same price, like I'm gonna give y'all this Mitsubishi sedan, like 2001. It was sick.
It was sick? So yeah. All right, cool. So let's go back to the wedding. We... We're almost gonna melt at the ceremony, but it was cool.
Yeah,
I think because like our tears were cooling us down.
Yeah.
And
were you trying to act hard and not cry?
No, it was one of these weird things where like I had to be very careful. Because I didn't cry at my wedding.
Oh,
so if I cry at your wedding, I'm gonna have a talking to. Be like, yo, you care about Pablo more than you care about me. Yes. So I had to be careful. What was getting me emotional was seeing Jesus get real emotional.
Bro, this man thought he could officiate our wedding.
Dog. Bro could barely stand quietly.
I know.
Dude, his emotion was getting to me. Because I know he'd be trying to like act like, oh yeah, this and that. And then you see him happening.
I know. That's why I'm like, bro, I love that man to death. But I'm like, bro, I know when you all talk. Like...
Yeah, it was like, and he was standing right by me. So I'm I'm like, all right.
Because it's Ruben, Hunter, him, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm seeing that.
Could you hear my grandpa?
Yeah, 100%. He was right next to me.
Yeah.
He was right next to me.
He was just like, bah,
yeah. Bah. I was like, all right, that's like, I almost like, can I mute this dude real quick? Yeah. Like, I was hoping I was in click, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I just press a button? But it was very emotional. It was really cool. It worked out well. I did see you getting snappy at your mom, being like, put your fucking phone away, bitch.
We literally, like, paid for photographers. Like, they had an announcement before the wedding.
Did they say it in Spanish?
No, he didn't. I think, because we had, so, like, our wedding coordinator, shouts out Alex White, the House of Honor, look her up.
She looks just like Callie from Good Trouble. I am not capping.
I don't know who that is.
I had to say it to her.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
I had to show her the comparison.
Yeah.
Because, like, this was ridiculous. Like, ridiculous.
Well, her mother-in-law's from Peru, and she spoke Spanish. So she's the one that, like, handled my family, basically.
Tell me this don't look just like your wedding planner. Tell me this don't look exactly like the person who was doing everything for your wedding.
A little bit.
A lot of it, dog. Other than the fact she had her hair up. This girl just never has her hair up.
Yeah.
100% look like this woman.
Anyway.
If not, you basically telling me I think all whites look the same.
I think that's what you're going for. Bro, but can we talk about how hard the mariachis were?
They were hard. I didn't really get to pay too much attention.
No, I didn't either. Because we were taking pictures.
Yeah, we were like taking pictures.
That was like the decoy.
Yeah. Like, here, y'all go appropriate them for a second while we take pictures.
Yeah.
So y'all don't try to rush us and try to get into these pictures.
Yeah.
Because that becomes a fucking thing.
No, exactly. So that was the thing. That's kind of why we had the cocktail hour. Because it was like, while people are at this cocktail hour, we're going to be taking pictures. And then shouts out my mom's friend. She was like, oh, like, because you know in Mexico, like, whenever people get married, they have like madrinos and padrinos. And because getting married in Mexico is like this big thing that lasts all night, that's like super expensive, you basically hit up your best friends and they're like, hey, you want to be the padrino for the food? So then you're the padrino for the food, so you pay for the food. Or you're the padrino for the DJ, so you pay for the DJ. You're the padrino for the mariachis, so you pay for the mariachis.
Okay.
So you're the padrino for like this. And the reason people do that is because they know that when their kids get married,
it's gonna be switched up.
Yeah. You can basically call them the same people. So like people don't cheap out.
Remember when?
Yeah, people don't cheap out because they know that when it's their turn,
it's an investment. It's their way. They don't know how to really invest. So this is the way they invest.
Yeah. This is exactly facts. So yeah, man, it was fire. Like I could hear them, and I was like, damn, I like that song. Like I can't go like enjoy it. I gotta keep taking these pictures. But it was awesome. Like our photographer, shouts out Kendall.
Can we talk about the grand entrance?
Yo, yes. All right, go for it.
We got, for one, let's just talk about the fact. So I didn't know who I was walking with during this whole wedding thing. It always happens. I've only been in 2 weddings, and I'm always just with some random person, right?
Right.
And I'm like, okay. And we're meeting, like, at the rehearsal. Like, we're like, boom, hey, what's up? Who are you? How do you know the person? Okay. So I forgot who I was with, but it was Elvira's, like, best friend since, like, middle school or some shit.
Oh, Andrea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once we're doing the grand entry thing, we're like, oh shit, we gotta like prepare something. Mm-hmm. So then we're like talking to the people that we're like walking with, being like, what we're gonna do, trying to come up with plans.
Yeah.
Choreographies to a degree for like in the quick minutes that we have.
But they were all in the drill team, so like.
Then they say, hey, before we get started, y'all aren't walking with the same people y'all was walking with at the wedding. We're switching up the pairs. So then you're like, oh shit. So now you just switch with someone random. Yeah. You're doing the whole, hey, nice to meet you. What the fuck we finna do?
Yeah.
So the hardest one I think was Ruben's was pretty hard.
Yeah, Ruben was pretty hard.
Jesus I think was pretty funny. Ryan, I think like they had a good one.
Yeah.
And then we did like a 3 pose type of picture thing. You know what I mean? We just tried out there. We was trying out here.
Yeah.
You know, in the short period of time we had, if we would have had some choreography, if I would have gotten some choreographers on deck, dog, it would have been a different story. I'm just saying, dog. I didn't have the crown this time just because I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed that thing. That was fun. That was
that was fun.
You know,
we actually screwed it up. Me and Elvira messed up. So like the DJ who has his own production company. Shout out Caesar, Unique Productions. Look him up for any events. He had this like, you remember the sparklers that went off? So we were supposed to enter, go in the middle to the sparklers and kiss, and he was gonna light them up.
Okay.
But we went to our table instead. Because he told us right before, and we totally forgot.
It'd be like that.
And then he was like, all right, whatever.
But yeah, it was cool. I really liked the whole, like, the farmhouse vibes at the Meeker Mark.
Yeah.
You know, it was a vibe.
Bro, but can we talk about, like, the actual chapel, though? Like, with how it looked like the house.
Yeah, I like that whole thing.
Yeah.
I like that whole thing.
And then my homie John killed it.
I was going to say wait, which one was John?
He did the songs.
Yep, the worship stuff.
Yeah.
Dope. I didn't know the songs, but everyone else knew the songs, and I was getting emotional hearing them sing the songs.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, because this is how I always feel. Because I know, like, churches pick, like, their same, like, 7 songs they love, right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, everyone knows them, but, like, I don't know them. Mm-hmm. And then I learn them, and I'm like, oh. After I learn them, because I'm like, yo, how everybody know them? And then, like, I go to the church maybe, like, 3 times or something. I'm like, oh, it's the same 7 songs.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, we told John what songs to play.
So I was like, all right, these are cute. Yeah. These are emotional. And then the dances come up. You guys danced. It was dope.
Yeah.
I liked the sparkles. It was a vibe. And then you and your mom dance.
Yeah.
That got emotional, dog. I almost cried. I don't even know your mom like that. I was getting emotional for her.
I'm going to pull up the lyrics and I'm going to read y'all some of them. And I'm going to try not to cry. I'm going to translate them too, but keep going.
So Pablo starts ugly crying a little bit during this dance. And it was funny because Pablo was talking not mad shit about his mom, but mad shit about just annoyed with the whole thing, being like, man, I gotta do this and that. They don't even understand this and this and that. And then y'all on the dance floor, y'all together, waterworks start happening, and I'm like, this boy capping. This boy out here like acting like angsty right now. Like acting like homo grown up. Dog, you capping. All right?
I love my mom,
bro. You capping, you still be on your mom shit. Let's talk about this watch you got on.
Oh, yeah. So
because you were wearing a Casio gold-plated watch last time I saw you, dog.
Before, like, I don't want people to get it twisted about me. Like, I'm not privileged.
I'm just saying, dog, shit's looking different out here, dog.
All right. Hold up.
Shit's looking different. 2 chains, new watch, new ring.
So here's the thing. My dad is I don't know if I've said it before, but my dad's a very successful lawyer in Mexico. He owns 3 different practices in 3 different cities. Like, he has one in Mexico City, the city where he's from, where we're all from, and then in another one, I forget where it is. And yeah, I mean, like, he does like big time contracts. He like works with like the big oil companies. Whenever they fuck up, he like defends them in court. So he makes a lot of money. And I've realized that my addictive personality about shoes and clothes actually comes from my dad, because he really cares about that stuff too. And except he's not a shoe person. He's a watch guy because he's old school.
Yeah. And
he's a fragrance guy. Like, he collects fragrances and he collects watches. So this is a TW Steel Swiss diver's watch.
Oh, so you diving now?
No, I'm not diving now, but it was my dad's watch. He's had it for 10 years. He told me to take care of it because they don't make this watch anymore, which added way more pressure to me.
I hate that shit because I lose everything.
Yeah, no, well, not just that. Like, if something happens to it,
you can't even replace it on the low.
You can't replace it on the low, bro. This watch is discontinued. Like, they don't make this shit no more.
I'd have been like, yo, could you give me a little more user-friendly watch?
And I went on their site, and you can't buy their stuff in dollars. It's in euros. And I said, fuck.
I ain't even about to translate this price right now.
Yeah.
I'm about to convert.
Yeah, like what? Like, bro,
Do you have those lyrics if you wanted to read them off before we move on?
Yeah. Like, I'll just do the first verse. Damn, I don't know if I can.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, but I don't know if you can get through it either.
I can get through it.
Just read it.
All right. So in English, you gave me your life. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I told you, dog.
You gave me your life, your love, and your space. You who wore pain and tiredness of your belly. Okay. What did you fight with, nails and teeth? Mind you, this sounds better in Spanish.
Yeah.
Brave at home and anywhere. To you, fresh pink from April. To you, my faithful.
Some of it probably didn't translate right.
Yeah. To you, I dedicate my verses, my being, my victories. All right. I respect you, ma'am. To you, my invincible warrior. To you, tireless fighter. To you, my constant friend. Every hour, your name is a common name. Like daisies, always my few constant presence in my mind. And so as not to boast so much, this woman I'm talking about, she's pretty, my friend, Gull. Her name is my mother. You who have...
All right.
We're cool on that.
Yeah,
But shit.
Yeah.
So they dance into this. Pablo, like, understanding it.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And shit's getting emotional. And it's not making me, like, sad. I'm just, like, happy because I'm like... All right, Hio Mama's boy on the low too. He's just trying to act like, man, my parents be like, you know, this and this and that. Because I get you, but also it's like, nah, it's different. Yeah. It's different out here when you on that day.
But anyway, shouts out my moms.
And you know, shouts out everybody that made that wedding happen because that shit was wild.
That was crazy.
Shouts out to Armando for bringing that Chick-fil-A. It was a lifesaver,
bro. It looked like a $1 million wedding when it wasn't. Like, we DIY'd a lot of things. Like, you know those crystal... Did you take one?
Oh, I took everything.
Okay. Bro, those...
They're coasters.
The coasters?
I saw the Etsy boxes coming in, dog.
Yeah, bro. Like, no. But those, we got them off this, like, weird-ass Chinese website. They might have stolen all our information, but it was worth it.
But you got them.
Because
they came in.
They were $1 each.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I remember, like, I saw those. I saw some, y'all got some chocolate mints. Them chocolate mints were
good. In the little box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then y'all had, like, whatever that cross ornament thing was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a vibe. So I was like, okay, I'm feeling the vibes. Not to mention that we got...
Bro, the food.
Not to mention, I don't have my money clip with me, but I do have posted up here into the cut my little bottle opener card that we got in our little groomsmen bags. Yeah. I'm just saying, shouts out these things.
Metal.
That's just metal, dog. Heavy.
Yeah.
So
shouts out Zavara for that one. She found that one.
She found that?
Yeah.
And then we had like custom made like
money clips.
Yeah. Did y'all get them made from the same place who made those?
No.
What call it? The
koozies? No,
yeah.
No.
Because it seemed like the same font.
It did. That's why we got it. I was like, oh, sick. I guess they might have been the same people, but I
probably similar fonts. Like that's probably like a universal font or something.
Yeah. But
yeah, shouts out. That was cool.
Needless to say, let's get into some real world gauze. All the stuff that's going on.
Some shit's happening.
What you really come here to, like, you probably like that we talk about ourselves, but you probably get old. Like, we're not really famous or that fun. So let's get into, like, some real stuff.
All right. So you sent this to me, and this was funny because I'm like, all right, I was having some conversations with some other people to see what their opinions on this were.
Mm-hmm.
And
I kept the same energy for both. I keep the same energy for both.
Do you?
I think they're both disgusting.
All right. So basically, Tony Hawk is selling 100 skateboards painted with his blood. So each board has a vial's worth of Tony Hawk's DNA mixed in with the paint for the decks. So there's a video showing him get a vial of blood taken out, seeing that vial of blood being poured into the paint and being put onto the decks. Like, you see the whole process.
Yeah. And Tony Hawk the GOAT. All respect to the Birdman. I love you. I respect you. This is nasty.
So, Lil Nas X goes, now that Tony Hawk has released skateboards with his blood painted on them, and there was no public outrage, are y'all ready to admit y'all were never actually upset over the blood in the shoes, and maybe you were mad for some other reasons?
And I showed that to Elvira, and we kind of talked about it, and I think we came to a consensus.
Maybe the same consensus. You tell me yours, I'll tell you if it's mine.
Well, so this is what we came to the consensus of. It's like, one, we both realized that no matter who does it, it's gross. Two, we do believe that there's like spiritual implications that people don't understand with, that they're like playing with. Three, yeah, like he's right to a certain extent. To a certain degree, he is right. partially right. I would say he's 45% right.
I'm going to take the progressive argument here.
Uh-huh.
I think, if we're being real, we have determined that being gay is not a choice.
Right.
Probably something more likely you're born with.
Yeah.
By everybody that I've really talked to in the gay community.
Right.
So if you're putting this blood in there, the problem now is you might really be out here handing the gay out to people. If you're handing out this blood and you have this gay gene in there that we haven't even discovered, we don't know how it gets transferred.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So like you could be wearing the shoes. You could be wearing the shoes and be catching the gay, but you don't know.
Bro, damn.
Well, because it's in the DNA.
Bro.
It's in the DNA.
Shawn Mendes is in my blood.
And the thing about it is they say that most of the heat escapes from the feet. So like you're probably bonding compound somehow. So you might start with just having gay feet. Well,
here's the thing too, where it's like Lil Nas X went all out. Like he put like the pentagrams, 666. Like obviously that was gonna be an outrage. And the thing is that
imagine a gay devil.
Even
the devil probably gay. And we all probably think he's we all think he's like super like dark and evil, and like he probably still has those tendencies. But when he comes in like, hey,
you ever seen
that soul?
You ever seen that South Park devil?
No, I think I have.
Yeah. You know what show's been getting on my nerves lately?
What show?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's the one with Homeboy, right?
Yeah, Terry Crews.
He's been getting on my goddamn nerves.
Why?
Because every single time that like there's basically a white versus black cultural argument, he comes in on the defense of the white people.
Oh, I do see him doing.
So he's been doing that shit. The most recent one that's come up is, I don't even know if we talked about this shit on here. You know, like all the celebrities that have been like talking about not showering lately?
Yes.
So
it's gross. I actually wanted to talk to you about that.
So,
bro,
is it though? Actually, I've done the research. Is it though? Now, I shower like 2 times a day.
No, same. Okay.
Because I gotta wake up and shower, and I gotta shower before I go to sleep. Like it's just for me the way that I feel and shit. I did read an article by dermatologists that were basically saying like the way showering works. I mean, part of it makes sense to me. If you think about what soap is, like I'm looking at all those Dr. Squatch commercials, and it's like technically, by the way our bodies are set up and stuff, we're just taking off all of our natural oils, drying up our skin, and when we put these like detergent soaps on. So when we're doing that 2 times a day for no real reason, that's going to, I guess, be an issue, because the way that they see it is the only reason you should shower is if you were contaminated.
Nah, so but they say some wild shit like pool counts.
I think that's definitely capped because of the chlorine. That shit's
you're fucking gross if you say pool counts.
But technically speaking, now my lifestyle is different. But technically speaking, the way they're saying it is like if you work from home, you're chilling at home most of the time. You're in your environment with your own basically germs and stuff like that. So you're not getting contaminated from outside sources.
Okay,
so then showering every day is not necessary.
I'll give you that one for a day. Anything more than a day, you're gross.
That's how I feel. But the thing is, I then have to start asking, have we been programmed by soap companies? Same thing with like milk.
No.
Same thing with milk.
No, pause. Before you start defending the white folk out here, pause. Major pause. Bro, hell no. I know, this is me personally, I have a strong body odor. Like I do. Like I think the Versace blue that you gave me, bro, I'm acting so different. What the
Real quick before we move on, did she like the scent?
She did. So, it goes well with me because I have a strong odor like of me that like because the Versace blue is a little strong. I think it's a little on the stronger side. It's not as like pungent when I put it on. Like throughout the day, it's not like as pungent. Like it'll be pungent like the first off rip, but like as I go throughout my day, it slowly fades. So for someone like me, that I'm aware of the fact that I was talking to Elvira about this too because she noticed. She's like, "You shower a lot," which I do because I'm I grew up with like a really like, I'm gonna get a little deep here. I grew up with like a really low self-esteem, especially when it came to like girls and stuff.
Yeah.
So like when I noticed things girls liked, I like gravitated to it. So like in middle school or before middle school in 5th grade, you remember when they have that class where they teach you what boners are gonna be and to wear deodorant?
Yeah, their version of health class.
Yeah. So, and then they give all the girls pads and deodorant, and they give us deodorant and like razors. Yeah. So I remember I started using the deodorant because I noticed that I was smelling a little bit, and like my mom told me like, no, you need to start like wearing deodorant. And by the time like middle school comes around, what's all the guys are wearing Axe body spray because you don't know any better.
Which technically that does like spike pheromone, like it's pheromone type based for the girls and shit.
Yeah, so like I remember I would have like all the Axe body sprays. So like, bro, yeah, no, like I had them on deck because they were cheap. So like, and you could get the little ones too. So like I had the little ones. And I remember that I noticed that when I would wear them, girls would be like, oh my gosh, like your jacket smells so good. Like you smell good. Like blah, 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 blah. And like me, in my head, I'm like, I thought I was ugly. So I was like, okay, well, I got to smell good. Like if it's not going to do it up here, then I have to smell good.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I started realizing, and same thing with like my shoes, my hair, like that's why I try to be like, because in my head, I was like, I'm ugly. So like I tried to have other things like on point.
Yeah.
And then, so then when I got old, as I started getting older, I started realizing like, oh, it's really good that I'm like this because I do have this very pungent, like natural smell that if I don't shower for like a day, you gonna smell me, bro. Like,
now I wonder about that in the sense that have we developed that on ourselves by basically wiping away all of our natural oils, right? That's where I go back to the milk thing. And I'm not defending white folks. I'm still showering. But
I don't know, bro. This sounds sus. This sounds like you don't want to shower no more.
I feel uncomfortable if I haven't. Even like there's just a feeling about it.
Oily hair, bro.
Well, that's the thing. I've been talking to my boy. He's actually your boy.
Oh, Ryan.
And
he got me on that for a little bit, bro.
He got me. So
he got me on washing my hair.
Pretty much what I've been doing now. It's not that I don't wash my hair. It's that I don't use like big shampoo anymore. Basically.
Oh, okay.
I like stepped away from big shampoo because I started feeling like big shampoo's job is to keep me using their shampoo.
Nah, bro.
So the second I stop using their shampoo,
I will give you that about big shampoo, but not big deodorant.
Nah, I'm still heavy on deodorant. I'm gonna say this: women's deodorant's the best deodorant to use. It's the only deodorant that does the job. I
don't use women's deodorant, but like I don't know if it's. My armpits are really sensitive. Like I can't wear a roll-on deodorant. Like it has to be and spray-on deodorants too. Like hurt me. They irritate my skin, so I have to wear the gel deodorant. So and it's a specific. I have to wear the Gillette gel deodorant, and I just mix up the flavors.
Okay, nah, I'm Dove all the way. Only ones that I'll wear is the Dove black and white that doesn't stain clothes because that one's like 48 hours and works really well. Or women's.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and
I'll wear a women's degree,
bro. Because I tried. Ryan got me on that stuff, bro. Because he's so handsome. So you're just like, we whatever, bro. Like if it works for you, it has to work. And so like I tried not washing my hair for a bit. Again, I get way too musty for all that noise, and I went back to washing my hair, and then I tried this natural deodorant. This was all when I was like trying to go vegan and do that whole phase.
Okay.
So I tried this natural deodorant and dog.
It wasn't about you. Weren't about it. It did nothing.
It did nothing to me. I felt like it made me smell worse.
Okay, yeah, I haven't gone down the weird deodorant routes because that's been like a whole thing for a lot of people.
Yo,
but I've been on the. I've definitely been on the not wearing, like not on big shampoo thing. So I had like this one bar of soap that I really liked. That
You use bars of soap?
That's the thing is I'm on natural soaps now because I'm also like,
damn, that's manly.
I'm kind of against big soap now.
That's manly, bro.
So like I be pulling up like I know you don't be thinking that I'm out here like this, but like I be pulling up to the farmers markets to find my soaps and shit, dog. Like,
damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like patchoulis, I got my patchoulis, my green teas. Like I'm out here. Shouts out Holy Suds. Check them out on it's WHO LLY Suds. Look them up on Instagram.
I use Method Man.
They got them hoes online. They have an online marketplace now. So shouts out.
The fact that this man looked at me like I'm scum for saying that. It was hilarious. I'll give you
just today. I haven't tried it yet, but just today I gave into the Instagram BS and bought a bar of Dr. Squash soap.
I don't know what that is.
It's been like, maybe it's just my algorithms that have been pushing these ads at me, but I've been getting like every big YouTuber or anything that I watch is like promoting this natural Dr. Squash soap. Dr. Squatch.
I'm telling you, bro, because of that deodorant, that natural deodorant, I don't be trusting that stuff.
To me, soaps, because like they really got me on that whole. It is a detergent. It's qualified as a detergent by the FDA and everything. It's not qualified as soap. And it's like, are you a dish?
Yeah.
Nah.
Bro, I'm a porcelain man.
I like the natural smell of like a nice woody smell or something like that, and I do like to feel like, okay, I'm clean, but like I don't feel all dried up because I do start getting my skin dried up.
That's what lotion's for, bro.
I don't put lotion on afterwards. Lotion makes me feel like I'm putting sunscreen on. It feels uncomfortable.
So like I was on the lotion game for a bit. I fell off because when I moved back to Houston, my mom just stole my lotion and my sister stole my lotion, and I haven't bought any since. But bro, I was on the lotion game for a bit. When you get
married, you don't need lotion no more.
Well, no, I'm probably gonna steal viruses.
I was talking about something else. I was just talking about the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you don't need lotion.
No, shut the fuck up. Roman with his like question yesterday.
Oh yeah, Roman. I was like, I'm pulling the phone. He was like, wait, I wasn't done talking to him. I said, he's done talking to you.
Yeah, bro. This man goes, "Hey Pops, you using condoms or you hitting it raw?" And I said, I'm not answering this question.
And then I pulled the phone. He's like, wait. He hadn't answered my question. I said, he's done talking.
Yeah, he's not going to. Like,
all right. We got some things to talk about.
Yeah.
Because, and we're going to let one parlay into the other. So, Kanye has changed his name to Ye, or is filing for it. You know, they always like, it's always the filings, right? But what does that really mean?
It means that it hasn't gone through, probably.
But TMZ saw that it was trying to, and that's all that needs to happen.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to go through with it. I mean, did he pull up to the Social Security office and be like, "Yo, I'm changing my name"?
I don't know what he did.
That's what you have to do. I mean, that's what that's what women have to do when they get married.
And so, like, that's a thing. Just like when people file for a divorce, you see them filing. That doesn't necessarily mean it's
like set in stone. It's just filing.
So with that being said, our boy Ye, I guess is what we're gonna have to address him as now, because that's what he said. He said, "Just call me Ye."
Okay.
So our boy Ye did his third live stream at Chicago.
This is getting so expensive.
So yes and no. Here's the thing about it. He's allegedly made $15 million off of these, but I don't know how much he spent. So it's like,
I'm wondering if this man made so much money that he's trying to cover losses too at the same time.
I don't think so.
On the low, bro. Like on the low.
Here's what I'm thinking. Someone had tweeted something which was very interesting. That said, the coolest idea or concept ever would be somebody not dropping an album and instead basically touring the album. So every time that people hear it, it's like the first time they're hearing it. And then they retweeted it and said, this is, like, quote, retweeted it, like, I guess a year later and said, this is Donda. Basically, like, the concept of he's done 3 crazy shows where everyone's kind of here because they want to see what the fuck is going on, and he's putting on theatrical performances.
Yeah.
In this most recent one, he gets his childhood home rebuilt in the middle of Soldier Stadium. And then Kim Kardashian comes out in an all-white wedding dress to, like, symbolize the wedding or whatever. So the fact that, like, she also has come out and said, like, in response to Kanye's name change, she is not changing her name. She's still a West, and she thinks it's important for her to share the last name with her kids. Yeah. So she kind of like, you ain't shaking me out this West shit. I'm in this shit. We know the Kardashians are the queens of clout. They know how to garner attention. They don't give a fuck about, like, appearances as long as it makes noise. Yeah. So for Kim coming out there like that, can we act like maybe it's some sort of big troll? Some sort of big promo rollout? Like, allegedly, right, the Kardashians is supposed to be over?
Yeah, the show's over.
So it's like,
bro, y'all need to put some respect on the show, bro. Y'all was talking mad reckless about this show. You talking about pretending like you ain't watching it, bro? Hell no, like. Y'all was being mad fake, bro. If that show's on, I don't care who you are, you're gonna watch it. Like you get sucked in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I never put it on. Like I've never been searching the channels and been like, oh look, the Kardashians are on and pressed play. But when it's on, you start getting a little sucked in. Yeah. I start asking questions like, wait, who's that one? Where did he come from?
Nah, I'd be knowing, bro.
Wait, which sisters? What? Oh, okay. Oh, damn. And then you just start getting sucked in.
Bro, y'all better put some respect on Courtney, bro. Dating Scott for, like, her and Scott carried the Kardashians, bro.
So I was right? Was that kind of right?
Yeah, it was Courtney and Scott.
All right, so I knew there was one that was into white dudes.
And Courtney's the one that's now dating Travis Barker.
Still consistent with her white dudes. Yeah. Okay, so I wasn't capping.
You weren't capping.
All right. I just want to make sure because I feel like I'd be kind of on track with some of this stuff, but with Seth knowing nothing about like what's going on right now, which the funny thing about that is it's not like when I would talk to Roman and Roman would be like, I don't know. It's because he didn't want to know. Yeah. Seth's kind of like,
I don't know, tell me.
I don't know unless you guys say something about it.
Yeah.
So hope you guys enjoyed Seth last week.
Oh yeah, it was sick. Fun. I liked it. It's always good to have like a fresh perspective on things. And you know, you get tired of my liberal BS. You know, like you be getting tired of it, and that's fine.
And sometimes I'll be having to come out here saying some wild things for the both of us, even though I ain't even that wild, to be honest.
No, you're not. Like you've chilled out a lot.
Have I?
I feel not.
I don't know if I've chilled out as much as like I think you have been. Like, part of me thinks I haven't chilled out. Part of me feels like I'm corrupting you a little bit, and now you're kind of like, it makes sense.
Maybe.
Because like sometimes I think you're like, it ain't that wild, but I think other people are like, nah, that shit was wild as fuck.
I guess I just got like desensitized to it. Like I'm just like, oh, he said worse stuff. Like
yeah. So I don't know. Like I think.
But also because I know that that's not how you are as a person.
I really think that there's an internal thing with me that's just like an automatic contrarian.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, if someone says something, I'm just like, but what about? And I'm always like, because even with, like, I do.
And I have to tell myself, like, he doesn't actually think this. He's just, like, he's just being a devil's advocate. Like, you like doing that.
But part of me isn't even that much of a devil's advocate. Part of me is just so down the middle that, like, to a lot of people, that's like,
well, that's wild. Weird because like you're not supposed to be in the middle. You're supposed to be this or you're supposed to be that. I don't even consider myself like a Democrat or anything like that, bro. Like, because I'm not. Like at the end of the day, like
I know
that's whack.
It is weird because I don't like the whole we got to play this. That's why I'm like looking at everything. I'm like looking at all the news and being like, what y'all saying? What y'all doing?
Yeah,
shit's been wild with this Afghanistan shit, but.
We ain't gonna speak on it.
We're not because I don't really know what the fuck's going on.
And
like,
because at the end of the day, we're a comedy show, and like that's like real stuff.
Yeah, I know. Like real stuff. And
like,
I'm like,
I don't want to make jokes about that.
Yeah, it's weird now because right now is this weird place where
I did think about this joke in my head, but you finish and then
you got this. Just offer it.
So I thought about this, and when I thought about this, I was like, "Oh man, this is bad." But
you're like, "I'm being corrupted,
bro." I am tired of like reboots.
What?
The Taliban? How you gonna reboot the Taliban, bro? You serious?
You gonna bring it back? It's never. But we like the Taliban sequel a little more. Here's the thing. No. But here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, at first, Rotten Tomatoes and the viewers were on the same fucking page. Fuck the Taliban.
Yeah.
Shit's getting a little interesting now. Like, Rotten Tomatoes are like, nah. But then, like, I think the users are like the regular users are kind of like, I don't know, though. They out here, like, shit's getting weird now because we're involved. I think we didn't give a fuck until that explosion happened. And, like, 13 of our people were affected by that. Now we got to do something. Which is, like, where the problem comes. It's like, it's cool when it's like, yo, it's some other people's shit. Which I don't... It's this weird thing because we pick and choose.
Yeah.
We pick and choose, like...
When we care.
When we care, like, the internet's like, we have to do something about this. It's like, but y'all don't say shit about North Korea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why do we got to do something now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what
that's
is
my energy.
Yeah, and I'm like, and don't get me wrong, I want people to like.
Yeah, no. Like,
but I also don't understand. Like, I don't understand foreign policy that much, and I don't understand why we put ourselves in so many other people's business.
Right.
I get that there's like the long term of like chess game of we need allies.
Yeah.
But we're kind of like supplying one side. And
yeah, it's weird because it's like we can't force democracy on people that don't want it either. Like, first off, you know.
But it's also not like who doesn't want it. It's also like, can you guys. Like, we can't be out here just babysitting other countries.
No, 1,000.
Like, for me, it just was some whole shit.
Yeah.
For the president to just dip out on his people. I'm just like, yo, dog. Like, you just out? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just leaving the people, like,
bro, I was just here for a paycheck anyway, bro. Like
that shit was like, hold the fuck on. Like, you tipping?
And then it's heartbreaking, bro. Like, seeing all those people that like hung on to the plane from the outskirts,
which was like kind of dumb. Like, you know what's gonna happen,
but no.
But I get that they're trying to stop the plane, but at a certain point, you're like, this plane ain't gonna stop.
And then like that just goes to tell you that people would rather die trying leaving this regime than to like, you know, stay there, I guess. And it sucks. Like, the world is a hectic place. It's crazy, but like at the end of the day.
But there's so much more.
There's so much more to it that we don't know.
There's so much more about what plans they had already made, what kind of deals they had in place. I mean, there's the whole thing of like Biden's been saying he was going to pull out of this shit.
Yeah.
He had been like people knew what was going on. I just feel like they didn't know it was going to fall this quick.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of like, I think they thought they had like a little time to gather themselves together, maybe. But the fact that it was literally like the second the shit started popping off, they were like, we out. Yeah. Like, even the people like, we're not standing by and fighting. Like, that's where I don't understand. And I don't know if it's like, I don't know how we would deal with it now, because like I feel like patriotism kind of went out the window. But like, at least before, you had like, and I mean, I'm still kind of on this thing where it's like, yo, are they trying to fuck with our shit? We got to do something about this shit.
Yeah. And I mean, like, it's hard because what is fucking with our shit? Were they messing with our oil rigs?
Nah, if someone comes through and attacks and kills our people, we're like, this ain't gonna happen. You ain't coming into our country and doing this shit.
I agree 100%.
So like, I don't understand how a country cannot have that mentality.
Yeah.
Of like, when someone comes in and they're like, yo, we're dipping, sorry. Like, running away type shit.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, y'all can't like stand y'all's ground at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm glad we don't have to come up with those answers.
I know, but
and that we don't have to even report about it, because it's also like, dude, like, to get an unbiased view on this is damn near impossible. You're not gonna get a swayed like opinion piece on it. Like, you can't get just weird. The facts, because there's so much nuance to it.
Like, I don't know about any of it, so
neither do I. This is a 20-year war that like George Bush Sr. started, bro.
Exactly. Like, I'm 25. I was 5 when this shit started.
Yeah.
I had no idea. This is why I was talking to Seth a little bit more about it, because I was kind of like, yo, you're 10 years older than me, so you're at least like 15 when this shit's like.
So, yeah.
So you at least kind of know, like.
I mean, even when 9/11 happened, bro, we were kids. We, like.
I was sitting in a fucking carpet time in kindergarten when they were talking about that shit.
Yeah, bro. Like when you were in kindergarten, I was in first grade.
Yeah, like I pulled up to kindergarten and they were like, yeah, I had no idea what was going on. I thought an acrobat show had happened. I thought they were talking about an air show.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were talking about, like, oh, these things crashed into our buildings and it was a terror. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in Houston. Like, I know it was, like, different things. Like, I've had certain friends who's, like, parents are pulling them out of fucking school and shit.
So, I was in Mexico when that happened, actually. I was still living there.
And I still went to America? Yo,
yeah.
Damn.
I know. We came to America post 9/11. Yeah, I remember my mom saying she said it as a joke, because apparently when I was a kid, I would always say that I was going to move to the States. As a little kid, like, I would tell people, like, I'm going to live in the United States.
That's wild.
And then, like, my mom
would
be... Yeah, like, dude, I don't know where this came from. Where the audacity came from.
My mom would say the same thing. She would say, like... She would always say, like, when I leave Brownsville. She would, like... Yeah. As a little kid, it was never, like, when I grow up... It was always, like, when I leave Brownsville.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, literally, on some shit like that. So, like, I remember mom saying, like, yo, you sure you still want to go there? Like, you see what happened? I was a little kid. I was like, yeah. Like,
I'm gonna fuck. So, just one thing that I'm just gonna say before, like, we start kind of getting into some closing things here, because we're doing this as we usually do it, and it's kind of obnoxious, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. By the time you guys hear this, the fight has already happened.
Oh yeah, that does keep happening. It's funny how that keeps happening.
Well, I guess because they fight. They fight on Saturday night or Sunday, and we do this shit on Saturday morning.
Yeah, we film Saturday morning.
Unless that's on a good day, unless like some shit's happened and like we had to do it last minute.
Yeah, then we do it either on like a Monday or like a Tuesday.
And by then,
Tuesday, Thursday. We usually
because I need at least a day to edit.
Yeah.
So. Tyron, Woodley, Jake Paul. I was really starting to like get like it was getting weird because I was kind of like I give a fuck.
People stopped caring about that fight, bro.
That's what I felt like, right?
Yeah, like the fact that it hadn't happened. Like I literally saw it in the comment section where people were like, "Oh, I forgot this fight was happening."
Yeah, because I feel like he piggybacked his promo off Logan. First, and that's when people cared a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then once that happened, people kind of thought, oh, that must have been the fight.
Yeah.
People just think, oh, the Paul fight, Paul is fighting. Like, they don't know who the fuck's who.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, why would you?
I mean, unless you're, like, in it, right? So, like, I'm into Logan's podcast, so I know the difference between Logan and Jake. Mm-hmm. So, Jake, to me, is the more interesting fighter, which is why I've been getting into Jake. Mm-hmm. I'm into Logan, like, entertainment-wise with the podcast and who he talks to and all that kind of shit. And then Jake is just the fun villain. Yeah. And his fights are more interesting, and it's a spectacle. Yeah. He's fighting Tyron Woodley. I think he's bigger than Tyron.
He's definitely taller.
And he's been training aggressively. But Jake's whole thing is kind of like, let's get this thing sold. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't seeing anything really happen until the face-off that happened. Not this one that they're like publicizing now, but a face-off happened a few days ago. Mm-hmm. And someone in Jake's camp was talking reckless to Tyron's mom.
Oh, and, see, man, that's...
And so then Tyron started being like kind of on like that, like when they got his hat, that kind of way that Floyd was being is kind of the way that Tyron was being like, yo, nah, fuck all that like game shit. I'll fuck the bag, fuck all this shit. Like he starts getting reckless, starts getting after, like talking shit and all this stuff, and you just hear Jake in the back, then fucking do it, like just pushing it more, like then do it. What's up?
Yeah, he's just like the middle school bully, bro.
And so, which I love. To me, it's just so because it's fucking like
I dealt with too many of those kids growing up that I can't stand that energy.
Yeah, I know. And to me, I was in this weird thing. Like I dealt with it in elementary school and a little bit of middle school, and then after that, I just stopped giving a fuck about people. Yeah. And then when you stop giving a fuck about people, that's when shit's just over. I mean, because it's either people who want to get your attention. So then you're just like, dude, I'm just not going to fucking give you attention. Yeah. So then they try something else. Like, let me try being nice to them. Yeah. Let me try being cool with them. And maybe they'll give me attention then. Yeah. You start realizing, like, when you realize your power, your leverage, and I think that's what Jake understands. Yeah. When you realize, like, what emotion you can inflict on people, and if you keep yourself at a certain place, then, like...
Yeah, like, if the people he was fighting, like, were just, like, you know, like poker face, like whatever.
But that's not fun. They know they can't do that because this is their biggest payday of their career, and they know they got to sell the fight. Yeah. They know that if Jake Paul is fighting a guy on the street, he's already got a certain number of people that are going to watch just because it's Jake Paul. And you have to, like, Ben Askren did a great job of, like, selling the fight, doing shit on social.
I just don't want to see one punch out, it's done.
I don't think that's possible here. I want to see that happen, but I don't think it's possible here.
Tyron, he's a
legit striker, and he was like legendary in MMA, and he's training for real. He's not like he's in good shape. He's not in Ben Askren shape. Mm-hmm. He's in real shape. He's like, you know, he's poking back at the bear. It's fun. It's interesting, and now the MMA community seemed to have really been like for Tyron's mom. Mm-hmm. So, like, they all went head on, came out the fucking woodworks to defend her. Yeah. So, part of me is like, fucking bet. We're getting some, like...
traction.
We're getting some traction. People give a fuck now. Uh-huh. So, shouts out. I'm pretty sure that was all like, yeah, he's going to say, nah, when you talk about mom, be crossing the line. I don't play that YouTube shit. This is what needed to happen for there to be some fucking traction.
Probably.
Jake was already saying, yo, Logan, I sold you probably like 100,000 more pay-per-views for your fight by taking Floyd's hat. Bless you. He's like,
damn.
Because Logan was saying, yo, I think you did a better job of promoting my fight than you're doing promoting your own fight.
Literally, bro.
And so he's like, yeah, dog, I think you need to take Tyron's hat or something. Like, you need to, I got you like 100,000 extra pay-per-view buys, dog. You got to help me out.
Damn, probably. But
now I think this was what they needed. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen. I am on this podcast right now before shit drops, and I might look like a clown come Sunday, but I don't think I'm going to. When I say that Jake Paul's going to take this, I don't think it'll go the distance. If it does, it does. If not, I'm going to take what Jake says, and it's going to be over in the first 3 rounds.
3 rounds?
3 rounds.
Okay. I like the energy.
So.
I mean, hey, like, I don't like the kid, but
why? That's quickly.
But why?
Because you don't watch his content enough.
I don't watch his content
enough to know
to care. Yeah, it's just like the stupid like middle school bully energy that I'm just like, bro, like you're a grown ass man, like why are you acting like this?
Because it makes money. Because no one legit likes him unless you're like a kid.
Yeah, and like that's the thing that I'm like, so like you would rather like everybody hate you and you like, it's like that like no soul mentality of like I'm getting paper so like I don't care.
It's the all publicity is good publicity,
and like I don't know that like. It just doesn't seem like a genuine... Like, there's nothing genuine there. Like, it's all fake.
Here's what I feel like. No one has said Nate Robinson's name since the fight unless it's attached to Jake Paul. Unless it's attached to Jake Paul.
No. Like
but that's the thing is, like, no one gives a fuck. He was a meme for weeks, and apparently I just saw a news article that he's trying to have a rematch because he brought his name back up. He's like, dude, no one gives a fuck about you anymore unless you're attached to Jake Paul. And he's realizing... For him to say that, and that's the only time I've seen it in a headline, he knows literally no one talks about me unless I'm attached to Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Let me reattach myself to this dude.
Yeah, and like all that, like respect, you build your little empire or whatever. I just not like.
Well, my thing is he built it like by himself though, and he's taken all like the Disney Channel shots and he's flipped them because you can always do. He's a Disney star, he's a YouTuber, and he was like, keep on thinking that. I want you to think that so that you don't see this hook coming, you don't see this right coming.
Yeah,
you don't when you get hit with this that you're gonna think like that was not a YouTuber like
fight
Disney Channel punch.
Yeah,
the fuck was that? That wasn't like no, I'm doing this for the camera thing because I think he's like, look, truly, if it's all talk, let it be all talk. But if you show some action, and this is why I think real fighters. This is why I act so reckless like this with real fighters because I 100% see it because I was not a fan of this shit until this shit show was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I am...
You lucky almost started a fight at my wedding because of this, bro.
I walked up to the biggest Conor fan, period, and said, dog, your boy's career is over.
We got to get him on the pod. On the pod.
Well, here's what I told him. And so we'll see what happens. I said, when Jake Paul beats Tyron... I want you to come on the podcast and try to give me your excuses that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
About how he was able to because of this and that. Give me all the excuses you want once Jake Paul wins.
Okay.
And then he goes, all right, but when Tyron wins, I'll still come on and I'm you know what I mean?
And he talk shit to you.
And talk shit because I'm like, all right, so
so now done. I'm excited. Now we have our own fight.
So it's done. It's done when it gets into this. So
y'all gonna do the face off? I gotta mediate.
Huh?
I gotta be the mediator. Y'all gonna be doing the face. All right, bet.
Because you'd be like, I didn't even watch the fight.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't even know where I'm gonna watch the fight. Him and I might just go in on it and just like watch the fight together. That's what we talked about.
Oh, really? That'd be cool.
Because we just don't know. We don't know what's going on with that yet.
Yeah.
And so.
I mean, I'll catch it on Instagram.
Like I'm gonna catch it on live.
Yeah, I'll catch it somehow.
So pull through. I don't know what we're doing. Pull through. So we're gonna see because. Regardless, like we're talking reckless now, and we're gonna see.
We'll just see what happens
by the time this episode's out, we're gonna basically see if I look wild and I'm just like acting foolish, or if I've been on the right side of this shit from the jump.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be unbiased when he comes on the show, but it probably won't be unbiased. Like I'll probably like get to your side a little bit more. I'm not saying it's rigged, but like he's the co-host. It is his show. Like I am the co-host. You know, like
so we're gonna see. I don't care, y'all. Like talk to me reckless.
I gotta keep my job. Like,
here's the thing: is I need someone to be against me.
Yeah.
So I can.
You're saying I kumbaya you too much?
No, I have to. I be going against. Sometimes you be making me wild because you be like, it's just saying things that I'll be like, man, that's too agreeable. I gotta say. You're like, man, that makes too much sense. So then I'll be like, yo, but if aliens were to drop down.
but all we're saying is tune in next week because it's going to be spicy.
Yeah. And we're going to definitely have some things to talk about.
They might square up. They're probably not going to square up, but I'm just going to say that
if we were going to square up, I would lose because he legitimately
he knows how
to fight.
Yeah.
But I've been watching some YouTube videos, so we'll see what happens.
All right.
So until next week, I'm very confident while I'm talking right now, and we're going to see how shit is once this drops.
All right. Just so I gave a side, I'm on your side. I don't like Jake Paul. I don't like you, but I think you're gonna win. Just if you were, but I don't want to say. If this was
a stock.
Yeah, but I don't even want to say it because even in the stock game, past performance does not generate future performance.
No, but I think he's trending up.
But he is trending up. There could be a market correction here with you, dog. I don't know, but we might be getting close to that correction. I don't know, but it's looking good for you, so I'm gonna put my money on you.
So until next time, tell your Theos that we watching the fight that they can pull up to the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
and that
we'll watch it asada, bro.
Yeah, we'll watch it at their place. We'll switch it off, and we out here talking reckless, saying how we feel. Until next time.
Shout out Puerto Rico. Shout out Boricua.
Hit the subscribe button. Shouts out the Latinx community. Hit that follow button. Watch us on YouTube. We out.